Welcome to the Drunken Bear! Hi Bear Squad! Today we're going to tell you all the reasons why you have to visit Warsaw in Poland. So there's like an alternative vibe, a more unique scene. Not everyone is exactly the same. So what I mean by that is that when you're walking down the street, you'll see some people dressed completely differently. So you'll see some people have completely dyed their hair and just look a bit more out there. They're fashion. They care about fashion a lot. So I kind of really dig that about Warsaw. There's kind of a hipster culture. Certain places like Praga have like kind of hipster cafes and kind of there's different vibes. Not everyone is the same because sometimes you'll go to a city and there's kind of more one style, but Poland really felt like everyone was an individual.
Hi, I'm Rachel from South Korea.
I'm Nick from Australia. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to be a part of our travels around the world.
Warsaw is definitely one of my favorite cities in Europe. It's because I love the unique vibe into that city. This city has more than 1 million people and I can feel it because there are lots of diverse scenes throughout the city. I love the fact Warsaw offers a traditional side as well as modern side. So things like scooters, I'm not really sure, it might be just a tourist thing, but so many people were on scooters to get to places. And that's quite new to me, and especially in many countries, including South Korea, scooter is really for kids, but in Warsaw, like we saw, so many people were on it and it really was fast. I found that really cool, and also throughout the city you can see the graffitis, and I love the Praga district as well, which is kind of infamous because so many people told us that is the dangerous area of Warsaw, but I found the complete opposite. The district is very, very creative, and also you can kind of see that people in Warsaw care about trends.
So the other thing which of course all of us enjoy, don't you, is alcohol. I absolutely love it, and Poland is a great place to have a massive choice of beer, but also spirits as well. Of course their vodka is amazing, but also I found their craft beer is absolutely unbelievable, all their local beers. So I really thought the quality of beer was fantastic. And it's another really great bonus. When you go to the supermarkets, there was so much choice, an unbelievable amount of beers. I've never seen so many before in my life. So no matter what kind of alcohol you like, you can find in Warsaw.
Poland kind of reminded me of South Korea. People might think, why, where, how? South Korea is in Asia. That's true, but both countries enjoy alcohol so much. And also, there are lots of bars and pubs in Poland, and they are not even techy as well. They're really kind of cool. We had to choose which shop bar we are trying. There's so many, it's just amazing.
So another thing I wanted to talk about, which is another really cool thing and really handy thing in Warsaw, is the public transport. So I'm not too sure, I've never really heard of Warsaw being just like a really good place for transport, but it really is. There's trams, there's trains, there's buses. We took mainly buses and trams because they were the most close to where we were, and we were staying in Bemowo. So it was a bit further out from the center, so we had to take transport a lot. We took usually the number 26 tram, which took us about half an hour or so, or half an hour, 40 minutes to get into the city center. But the great thing was even though we were a bit further out, there was like an electronic screen which said everything. So it just made it really easy, because when you're in a foreign country, it can be a bit tricky with timetables and just not knowing how things work.
We're ready to go. I mean, look at the time schedule, it's so amazing here.
Well, it's really handy, they've got...
Unlike other cities in Europe, getting public transport tickets was so much easier in Warsaw. The ticket machines were pretty much everywhere nearby bus stops or tram stops, and they have great English service, so we didn't have any trouble to get bus tickets. And also inside the public transport, and also you can see the screen where you're going. Even though we can't speak a single word in Polish, we could kind of guess because the electronic screens were really good, so You can kind of follow that and you get to your destination quite easily. And also the great thing about train stations in Warsaw is the fact that they have a free toilet. Do you know how privileged that is? Because in many cities in Europe, you have to pay for the toilet service. It's not like I don't have money to get into toilets. It's just because sometimes we don't have coins. We only pay everything with cards, and Warsaw is great for that. So we don't have certain coins, and it can be really frustrating if you're in a wrong city. But in Warsaw, especially train stations, they have a free toilets. I loved it.
If you only need one reason to visit Poland, you have to visit Poland for Polish food. Polish food is amazing. You've got bigos, goulash, kielbasa, pierogi, of course. We all love pierogi. If you've never tasted it, it's a Polish dumpling and it is just absolutely to die for. A good place to kind of check out traditional food we found was going to milk bars. It's a great place to test out this traditional food because the recipes are kept from generations past. So you'll really, really love it. We absolutely adored it.
My God, where to begin? There are just so many delicious foods in Poland. Coming from South Korea, I didn't really have an opportunity to taste Polish food. So it was a pleasant shock when I had first Polish food. The first Polish food I first tasted was pierogi, and it was so good. Who said China has only good dumplings? Polish actually knows how to make a good Polish style dumplings. Whether or not they are fried, boiled, they are just to die for. And also Polish knows this simple rule: cheese is just everything. When I first had zapiekanka, I think this is like a open style sandwich, and I just loved it. Cheese makes every dish better. It's really yummy. And also they had delicious soups as well. And also we shouldn't forget this lody. Lody is simply Polish ice cream. You can get them quite easily in Old Town. In the supermarket, you see a big aisle of ice cream and pierogi in Poland.
Next up, I want to talk to you guys about the international vibe that you get in Warsaw. So depending on the city that you go to in Europe, sometimes you can get like very specific cultures that you see dotted around in terms of restaurants and the cafe culture and all that. In Warsaw, we found that there's just a lot of different culture. There's a lot of different kind of vibes throughout the city, which we really enjoyed. There's a lot of international restaurants, whether it be a Czech restaurant or a Korean restaurant, a Vietnamese restaurant. There was just a lot of choices when it came to eating, which we absolutely loved. We always love a city where there's international cuisine. So it was another really great benefit of Warsaw.
I found that Polish people are very open for international companies. There is a Tesco, Starbucks, Costa, Cafe Nero. You know, those famous British or American franchises are throughout the city, and you know, as a traveler, it's quite comfortable to stay there for a long time. This is one thing we can't overlook while you're traveling: affordability. Poland is a great country for travelers like us who are a bit budget conscious and who want to travel Europe, but we don't quite have so much money to splurge. How are we gonna go back to Australia?
I don't know how we're going to go back to Australia. We're going to really struggle. Poland is just incredibly cheap. It's hard not to be ecstatic for cheapskates like us.
We exaggerated a bit, saying, oh, Poland is so cheap, everything is so cheap. I'm saying it's cheap because we are from the backgrounds that everything is quite literally very expensive.
Coming from Australia, things are just so expensive when you go grocery shopping, things like that. So it is quite noticeable when you head to a Polish supermarket and the prices are quite literally half. Being able to pick certain countries that are a bit more affordable for travelers is always a good thing. I must state that it's not one of those cities that you travel to just because it's cheap. Even if Poland was quite expensive and Warsaw was quite expensive, it's still got so much to offer. So it's definitely not just traveling to Warsaw because it's cheap, it's just an extra cherry on top.
Oh no, there's
Okay.
a cat below us.
There's a cat meowing below us.
Cat meowing below
If you
us.
suddenly see a cat jump, then yeah, that's
That's
not part of this video.
We actually made a video about how affordable everything is. Showed you the prices of our accommodation in Poland, and also oh my god. Okay. Also the cost of living in Poland in general, like how much everything kind of cost in supermarkets.
There's a cat behind us, isn't there? I can hear something meowing.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Okay,
This is not
so this-
supposed to be.
This is what's supposed to be happening. So this is a good place to end it now, because it looks like Chile here wants us to end this video. So thanks heaps for watching, guys. Poland is just, we've made this video really specifically catered towards people who want to visit this amazing city. It's just a great city. I can't say enough good things about it. So thanks heaps for watching. We really hope that you enjoyed this video and you go make it to Warsaw one day, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.